deep inside the day, the music died. So bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, "This'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I." Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Veve Omi update video. Hair's going crazy. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. We love you. So, for those of you that have joined me before, thank you for watching me interview Orange Bag Lady. That was a lot of fun. Let me put that there. And before we get started, let's say hi to at HeyDavidDon and at KingMavsForever. Follow them on Twitter. Standoff Chart, King Mavs, and ChaviCat5 over on the Veve app. Kobe Collects and Omi Player 1 over on the YouTube. Raythax.eth, search that wherever you may wish. Powers of X1 over here. Kobe Collects down here. Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Puddin' Cheeks, Veve Las Vegas, Taps Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy Bermuda, Sody Pop Media, Charles Merkel, Veve Darkling, Cavell Anderson, Veve Vibes, and The Gale has made the fridge. Yes, The Gale has made the fridge. We got at Wizard Veve, Gary O1234CA3 on the Twitter. You got DerekBrad.com/pages/Veve-photography and WoundedWarriorProject.org. Okay, so we have a couple of things to go over. The first one is the most expensive NFT to come across the Veve app to date, which is the Aston Martin. Now, there's two of them. One of them's not the most expensive. One of them's relatively tame. It's, I think, around the same price as the Walt Disney was. I forget exactly how much that went for when that first came out, but this one's $307. I think that's less. I think $333 was for the Walt. So 307, and there's a lot less than the Walt. There's 2,507 of them. It is the Aston Martin DB5 Series 1. Looks pretty cool. That's definitely worth it. That'll probably go for $1,000 or so. But the DB5 Interactive Series 2, $1,007. Now, this is a blind box because there's 507 of those. And then there's also 7 of these, the DB5 007 Interactive. It looks, I'm trying to figure out how it looks different. No Time to Die. It's just Aston Martin DB5 Interactive was the first one. And this one is a 007 Interactive. So either way, they're Aston Martins, and they are, again, there's 7 of them. How much is that going to go for? I don't know, 50,000? Could it be a... I don't know, I'll say 50,000, give or take. I think Aston Martins tend to be in all the Bond movies. It's kind of like the Pizza Planet truck in all of the Disney and Pixar movies, or at least the Pixar movies, I should say. And I don't know. I mean, the others, like, again, the posters didn't do that well, but the bike, that did absolutely well. That did amazingly. People were pumped with that, and people are pumped with this also. So, like I said, I'm excited. I do think that this will be easier to get than some others, and the reason I think that is because a couple $100 people can get. $1,000 is a lot. Like, that's a lot of money. That's 4 figures that you have to put in there, and there's no guarantee that you can get that. You have to put $1,000 in there, and there's no guarantee that you can get the NFT. And currently, there's, don't get me wrong, $1,000 in the app right now can get you a bunch of great deals. But there's another thing I did need to go over, which will be in the video tomorrow, but obviously I'll let you guys know here right now. Veve payout details, what you need to know. This literally just dropped like 10-15 minutes ago, so we're going to go over that right now. Since the inception of Veve, many collectors have amassed amazing collections. And I haven't read this. This is a blind reaction. And have been very lucky enough to sell their collectibles on Veve's secondary market for higher than what they paid. Now, as we begin to open access to our beta payout feature, collectors will be able to convert their gems into a number of fiat currencies and withdraw directly to their bank accounts. What is the payout feature? It's just you withdrawing. So you have a KYC. In order to use the feature, you will be required to complete KYC and be approved before you can make any withdrawals. If you have not seen it, I'll tell you all right now. On the Veve app, You got to go in there. All right, let me get X out of this stuff. Go in the Veve app, and on your profile, you'll have to go there, and you'll go to your personal info. I'll show you where in a second as soon as this loads. Or maybe it's not your profile. Is it your settings? Yeah, you go to your settings down there, right above where it says sign out. You go to settings, you click that, and then on top it'll say personal details. And most likely your date of birth, if you haven't checked this yet, will be off by 1 day. If it is off by 1 day and you don't change it, when you go to upload your license or any verification thing, it will like X you out and say like, oh, your account is disabled for right now. And it might take a little while before you get access back to it because it's different. I don't know why it's off by 1 day, but a lot of times it is. So go check that. And just make sure that, you know, your name and everything is spelled correctly and everything and all that jazz. Information you submit for the KYC approval is securely stored by our MTL partner, BlueSnap. I'm not sure what BlueSnap is. Is there a link? Okay. BlueSnap, no, get out of here, is a better way. We're on a mission to simplify the complexities of payments. Global payment company. It looks at e-commerce a little differently. Blah, 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 blah. Yada, yada over the best part. No, I mentioned the BISC. 200 years of collective payment experience. Okay, honestly, I don't know who this company is. I'd have to research that. I will research that for my video tomorrow, but hopefully that is a legitimate company, a legitimate place. All right, let me X out of that. Go back into the article. Please note the payout feature is in beta with a number of users trialing the system right now, and each week we'll add additional. Yeah, we know that. So how to use the payout feature, what you would do. Now, Veve feature is only available through the Veve web wallet, so we cannot do it on our phones, tablets, or I guess you can. You just have to. It could be found at omi.veve.me. So if you go to omi.veve.me, you can put in your email, you put in your password. That you use the same one that you use to set up your Veve app. You will be sent a 2FA email to complete the sign-in process, after which you will see your Gem and Omi wallet balances. Below your wallet balances, you will find the payout button. Initially, this button will be inaccessible / grayed out to most collectors, so please remain patient if you cannot access this feature yet. Anyone that has it, just let me know. Message me on Twitter, and I know there's I've been so busy. I have not had time to get back to many of y'all in like the last 36 hours. That's on me. That's my bad. Reminder, always use a strong password to protect your assets. Just you can go online, use like a random password generator. That's what I do. It gets you like 16, 21 characters, 32 characters, whatever it is. And it's weird ones. It's like not even a lot of them are letters. There's like $, comma, dash, exclamation point. It's so weird, so crazy. Some are capital, some are lowercase. If you have not changed / updated this password for a while, we strongly recommend taking this opportunity to do so. That for most important things like Coinbase, bank account information, all that, pick a weird one, write it down, and put it somewhere safe. I mean, committed. I'm very lucky in which I have a relatively decent memory, and some of those things I just memorize. But if you have like a bunch of them, and just do both, write them down, memorize them, all that jazz. Because again, some people have like I think I don't know if anyone have this on one account, but some people have hundreds of thousands of dollars in here. It's nuts. It's nuts. JB says BlueSnap is legit. Business in 2015. A+ BBB rating. Okay, or A+ rating of the Better Business Bureau. Now, completing KYC regulations require you to provide identification documents. Makes sense. It's a relatively straightforward process. You need to enter your personal info. You also need to provide some preliminary details, the ID number for one piece of government-issued identification. So any of my anarchists that do not have like expired driver's license probably not going to be able to do this to get that taken care of. Actually, you can do an ID card with a social security number. Well, that's US only. Do it with a passport. You can do it with a driver's license, one of those three. When you're ready to proceed, simply hit begin KYC process to begin entering your information. These are what they look like. Ooh, first name, last. All right, so that's what they look like. And then, okay, there's another one. That's what that looks like. And you got national ID number, tax ID, driver's license, passport number. You submit. During this step, you only need to enter the number associated with your chosen form of ID. If you're a U.S. citizen, you'll be asked the last 4 digits social, and then you enter a payout method. Okay, this is easy. At the time of writing, you can receive Australian dollars, Canadian dollars, Euro, British, great, some type of British money, whatever that is, HKD, JPY, NZD, and USD, which is good. Good for now. A lot of major currencies there. I don't use these currencies. If you don't use these currencies, and you can still use payout. If your home currency is not on the currencies listed, you can still use the payout feature. However, we recommend contacting your bank to ensure they can perform the currency conversion for you and deposit your local currency into your account as normal. But most of these will be using USD. You'll receive an email from the MTL provider. Now, again, a lot of this, we're not going to have to do this every single time. You're only going to have to do it once, and then you could withdraw pretty much as needed. If you change your banking details, once your KYC application has been approved, you can change your banking details at any time by tapping the Edit Payout method. Fantastic. Process is the same as the initial setup, and again, our MTL provider will contact you proof/verification of the new banking details. How long does it take? Once you have submitted your info, you should expect our MTL provider to make contact within the next 5 business days, requesting your documents for verification. Once provided, they will either approve or deny your KYC application. In the meantime, you will see a pending screen below. Yeah, that's what it looks. Well, this is what it looked like. So you'll see that. Then you can request a payout, and the payout will look like that. Say how much, it'll say what dates they're executed or what they should be executed at. Payout requests will be processed in 5 days, but they can take up to 15 days from the point to arrive in your account. So if you do it on like the 1st, it could take up to the 16th. You will see either complete or pending with your withdrawals, fees and withdrawal time. So you have to have a minimum of 1,000 gems to trigger a payout transaction, and there is a 50 gem minimal withdrawal. A 10% fee will be applied to any payout transaction. The maximum withdrawal amount for right now is 50,000 gems in any 7-day period, so in any 1-week period. Withdrawals will take on average 7 to 14 days to be processed and arrive in your account. The speed of this greatly depends on your banking institution, not Veve, and the traditional financial system, Wire/Swift. As such, you should allow up to 15 business days for your payout to be credited to your account. It is also likely that your bank will impose an incoming wire transfer fee, as is typical of international/Swift networks. It's usually around $35, not so much. And you may also be charged a currency conversion fee if that's applicable. That makes sense as well. Please contact your nominated bank ahead of time. Okay, that's fair. And that's pretty much it. That is, all right, good times. I'm very, very, very pleased with this. So I'm going to get to questions, but first I'm going to take a swig of this agua. I had the biggest brain derp. I'll get to questions in a second. I had the biggest brain derp in, I think, ever. You know how like there's one episode of Gilmore Girls where they're talking about Suki and Lorelai are talking about something, and they mention something to Jackson, but Jackson's like he's not a morning person, and they mention something, and he doesn't realize the joke. Like, it doesn't register until like a day and a half or 2 days later. This is something that has not registered with me ever. Like, when I was learning, like when I was reading Fruits Basket inside the, so I got the horse tattoo. There's the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac, plus the cat, and such a good series. So one of the animals is, of course, the ram, or like the sheep, and they mention it. I think it was like a mistranslation. They mention the lamb, and I just always just put together like, okay, lamb, sheep, ram, like it's all like the same thing. Technically, it is, but my mind at the time just all put them into one category, and it's just one animal, not realizing that lamb is actually a baby version of sheep. Like, this is so stupid. So as I got older, into my like young adulthood and adulthood, I recognize, like, okay, well, veal is a baby cow, and like a kid is a baby goat. But I had never, like, my mind was already solidified that lamb was the same as a sheep, not realizing that it's a baby sheep or ram. So I told my girlfriend the other day, like, I get halal, and it's like, oh, what'd you get? Oh, I just got some lamb over rice. Like, you ate a baby lamb? I was like, well, I mean, it was lamb. I don't think it was like a baby, like, lamb. Because my stupid brain for the past like 20 something years associated lamb because of a mistranslation in a fruits basket book, a manga, just associate as an adult. And I don't like to eat veal specifically for the fact that it's a baby. And they like chain it up so that it doesn't move because like fat tastes better. It's really, really god awful. And then I was like, so for years I've been eating lamb, Afghan kebab, right outside of the McGuire Air Force Base, or you have any of the halal places in New York City, or the halal place right down the street from me. And so I got chicken over rice today. Anyway, that was my story. I'm gonna go get to comments right now. Comment down below how stupid I am. Okay, let's get this bread. Joey Requejo says, ready to go. Joey Requejo, I love you, my fam. How are you doing, babe? Kobe Collects is catching up on your OBO stream. You guys killed it. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, dude, that was fun. So I was talking with my girlfriend before. It was after the stream. It was before this stream. I talk so much. My throat hurts so bad. And she was saying like, oh, well, who do you have coming up? This weekend, next week on your podcast or whatever. So I will be on Akil Patterson's page. They're doing it on the Gokstein Media page. That will be next week with Reese. It was supposed to happen tomorrow, but with the kind of Ukraine-Russia situation here, we're not doing that tomorrow. So we're going to do that next week. It's going to be on that page. So I told her we're doing that next week. I'm going to have my friend Dr. Philip Kaplan on Tuesday. And I'm going to be on Orange Bag Lady. I'm going to be on her stream next week. And she's like, what are you going to talk about? I was like, I don't know. Just whatever she wants to talk about. And so, but didn't you just talk? I was like, well, yeah, we talked on my stream. I interviewed her, but she's going to interview me. And then she's like, but you just talked. I was like, yeah. Like, I felt like it was like, we were on who's on first. I felt we were on there, like, but we're she's gonna interview me, but you just talk. Yeah, where I've interviewed her. It's like, yeah, where you just talked for a few hours. Like, yeah, now I'm going to go on hers. It's completely different. This is this is the joys of having. I love her so much. But yeah, Orange Bag Lady, that was fun. Person to have on. I can't wait to be on her stream next week. That'll be exciting. Me Home says, let's freaking go. Let's get this bread. Royce Darbone says, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Hope you're doing well. I did some chess today with my boy. Oh, God, it burns here. My boy was in the Navy, and he's just like, well, I just got out at the best time. And I was like, I'm thinking of going back in. I felt like SpongeBob, where somebody's coming out of boating school. It's like, hey, I just got my license. And SpongeBob was like, I'm getting mine next. And the guy's like, hey, I doubt it. And then he runs away. That was so freaking savage. They did not have to be that, dude. Nickelodeon writers from like the late 90s, like early 2000s going forward just got so amazingly sarcastic and so funny. It's like when Jake and Josh were driving somewhere and they run over Oprah and Josh says like, this is the worst day of my life. And Drake's like, is it because you ran over Oprah? And Josh's like, no, because it's a little humid outside. No, of course it's because I ran over Oprah. Like, that, I love TV so much. RPM 87 says, everything will be cheaper soon. FML. Like what? What will be cheap? I mean, stuff's pretty cheap on the app right now. Pretty cheap. Daniel Marquez's comment to the moon just says, money machine go blah, 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 girl. Bill Gardner says, just got another Wonder Woman for 92 doll hairs. Can't believe it. Now, I imagine you're talking about the statue, like the big Wonder Woman, not like the kid version, first appearance Wonder Woman, because no way she's that. Moving on here. Oh, water is the beverage. The best beverage around. Justin says, I love the high retail, low mint drop format. So let's see how much this is gonna be. All right, so 1,007. Now let's figure out of the 507. Let's figure that 420. 420 is out of there. 420 times 1,007. Only $422,940 divided by 0.0039. It's only about 100 million Omi. That's not a ton. Not a ton, but that's on the afternoon. The morning app should be a little bit easier. Where we got, okay, 307, 2507 is still not a lot. So let's say 2420 times 0.00, okay, no, I'm sorry. What was it, $307, $742,000 divided by 0.0039. That's about 190 million. So tomorrow we should burn well over 300 million, maybe 400. Depends on what Omi is though. But yeah, I like that as well. Justin, when you said Money Machine go, blah, 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 I was thinking of that time in Seinfeld where George is complaining to Elaine that he didn't get a Christmas card, and in Elaine's Christmas card, it happened to show a nip, and he's like, "Oh, you want your Christmas card? Here's your Christmas." And she takes his head and she rubs it again. It was just a funny thing. Anyway, moving on here. Type A Travels says, the Omi drop was welcomed with open arms. After several months of loading up my bags, I finally reached 20 million Omi. Get it, Type A Travels. Get it. Dude, good for you, man. Good for you. I'm happy. Proud of you, bro. You should be... No, I'm not proud. You should be proud of yourself. I have read that when... And not... You are my children. I have read that when, talking about kids and motivation, you shouldn't say, I'm proud of you. You should say you're proud of you should be proud of yourself. Like, you should be very proud. Like, because if you say, as a parent, I'm proud of you, then you're kind of reinforcing that, like, oh, you're doing things for other people's pleasure. And you're not reinforcing that behavior. You should do things for yourself. Again, not that y'all are my children, but just call me daddy. I feel like that episode of SpongeBob where they adopt, like, this little clamshell, and then Patrick's like, I have to be the dad. Yeah, SpongeBob's like, I don't think you can be a dad, Patrick, because you never wear a shirt. And he's like, if I were a mom, this would be pretty disturbing. And it's just all his role. Okay, moving on here. Mikey X Nguyen says, MTL. Diogo Pereira says, hey, Randy, MTL finally coming. Let's get this bread. Nomo NFT says, great gem squeeze, getting worse. I just want to point out that this app at this point lost over 60%. Since the gem squeeze started, WTF. People be cashing out. People be undercutting each other. It's great for us people that want to go in and get some great deals. Bill Gardner says, it looks like the more rare car has a different license plate. Maybe just different on the back and the front. Fair point. Bill Gardner says, I'll be trying for the 1,000. I don't know what I want to sell for it. I don't know. I have 2 storms left. One of which is a sub 100. I don't know if I want to sell that. We'll see. No, MT says Randy Reeker's first stop happening in March. Damn sports though, you getting it? When you say first stop, the first NFT, I mean, I have to see what it is. Like, if it's just a JPEG, no. And again, I'm not really that much into sports. I like, well, kind of a lie. I love boxing. I don't know if they have any boxers. Basketball was so cool back in the day, and now it's just like, and even football nowadays, it's like, oh, you can't hit anyone anymore. You can't like tackle. I know if you tackle him, then you drive him into the ground. Like, it's so BS, such BS. Like, now I get it. A lot of, it's a lot safer now because the equipment. Or because of the rules, you can't do a lot of things that you used to be able to do in the past. And like I said, I think that's very good because it's safer. I think a lot of, even combat, even like MMA, I think it's safer than boxing because, if you take someone to the ground and then just, continuously stomp on them, or continuously punch them on the ground, it gets stopped a lot sooner, where boxing you can get back up and continue taking punishment. So things are safer. I think that's, I guess, the trade-off. Judd says, you need the 1,000 gems before the drop. Yes, you do. Georgios Karayanis says, the time zones difference consequently off by 1 day. Oh, that's why. RPM 87 says, can't change the birthday. Well, you used to. Can you not change the birthday anymore? On your If you can't, that you got to put in a ticket to change that before you try to do KYC. I will bring that up tomorrow, because you have to make it, because you used to be able to change it. I guess you can't now, your birthday. But if you go and try to do KYC with that being off, it's not gonna work. Kick and Base says, don't check prices. Spider-Man common, Marvel comic number 1. Well, now I'm gonna check the prices. Spider-Man common and Marvel number 1. Okay, let us get this bread. Let's go to the full stretch. Let's go to the Spider-Man common, right? Okay. Let's see what he's at. He's at 510. Okay. What's a secret rare at? Spider-Man secret rare. Oh my God! There's a Spider-Man secret rare for $40,000. Damn. All right, so let's take a look at this. Let's go to $40,000 times 0.620. Oh wow, that is nuts. Like I said, I was let know of a deal this morning where somebody paid $27,000 for one. For a spot. Wow, that's incredible. That's a pretty good. As again, in the future, I like for someone right now. Okay. If somebody goes and they pay $24,000 for 40,000 gems, and they go and they grab it for 40,000 gems, well, guess what? In like 3 weeks or a month or so, you're going to be able to take those 40,000 gems, or honestly, not even like you don't even need to do that, because Spider-Man will go back up. Spider-Man will be a couple $100,000. Spider-Man will be several $100,000 at some point in the future. But I digress. You could be buying gems right now, and then in the future, oh, hey, guess what? You could buy them for 40% off now, 30-40% off, and then, well, what happens? You can go and cash them out for 10% off. That's insane why people are selling those so low, but, I get it. Sometimes they might need money. It happens. Oh, our favorite, Brock McBlockchain, just tweeted. He tweeted a picture. It looks like an egg. That might be a Fishes thing. I think that's a Fishes. All right, so he finds a fish. All right, moving on. Getting your birthday. Yep, birthday. Check prices. I didn't check the prices of Spider-Man. Oh, I'm sorry, Marvel Comics number 1. Let's take a look. See. All right, so go to the market. We go to the comics. Marvel Comics number 1. Let's see that secret rare, 56,000. But let's look at the common Marvel number 1, 275. These are like $600 something, like a month and a half ago. So, not a bad time to go get some of these. Not a bad time at all. Bill Garner says, "Do you have to correct the birthday because mine is off?" Yes, you do. You do, because I've had people that have tried to do something, and when they uploaded their ID, they could not. The birthday was off, so they disable them out of their account. But maybe they fixed that. But yeah, you should definitely have to change that birthday, because it would make sense. Why would KYC work if the birthday is off? It wouldn't. So yes, you should have to change that. We got a super chat over here coming in from Crazy Dave 85. Says, "Hi Randy, finally hit 500,000 Omi today. Road to 1 million Omi is still the plan, although it's a slow road. I will get there, my friend. Let us get this bread together. Hugs, bro. Dude, you're halfway there. Am I SpongeBob? Because I'd say I'm already halfway there. Halfway there. Halfway there. You did it, and I'm really proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself. And let's go, brother. Let's go. Let's get it. Where was I at? Okay, here I am. Lawrence Pitts says, Randy, when try to click the change the 1 day off birth, it doesn't let me click. Do I have to do that on the web app? Yeah, I would say try it on the web app then. JB says, Blue Snap is legit business. All right, cool. 2015, A+, better business bureau rating. T-Spill says, I haven't been able to change my B-Day either. Damn. Selva King S says, did the talk about exchanges at all? The article did not talk about exchanges. No. I'm going to say April for those. AK says you have to email them. Lawrence Pitts. Okay. Rob Cook says contact support to change your birthday in app. I got mine changed within 2 hours. There you go. There you go, Rob Cook. So I'm going to actually take a picture of that just so I can mention that in the video tomorrow. 'Cause tomorrow I'll be holding you tight. Okay. Justin says, I emailed them. They changed it overnight. Nice. Eddie Barham says, I won't cash out at all. Too soon. Ready to buy more. Let's get this bread. Yeah, I'm not going to cash out either. I mean, maybe if Omi doesn't, if we don't get on exchanges by mid-April and Omi hasn't mooned, I'm going to have to sell some NFTs for taxes. Excuse me. C-Spill emailed them, didn't get a response. Maybe try to put in a ticket then and see what goes on. Or try to email. I mean, don't overload them, but, try. Obviously don't sit on your thumbs, Emmanuel Bermani says, hey, Randy, have you ever thought of studying and learning trading and technical analysis to leverage the amount of OMI you have? You could reserve a small percentage for trading and make... I have... But again, like, technical analysis goes out the window when stuff like this happens with Russia, where stuff like, and that's what, I don't know where to put that. Just keep sliding everywhere. What the fudge? Okay, all right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'll take this. I'm gonna throw this out, and just have these two singular things over here. And my technical analysis isn't bad. Like, okay, and I could read it, but I get really hyper. Like, this is why I have never ridden the white horse. I have a very addictive personality, and I know that as soon as I get on that train, there's a chance that I don't come off. So the same thing, like, I guarantee you, me and maybe a couple of other people are as obsessed with this company as I am. They're as obsessed with this app as I am. In the month of January, and this is me in January with not even 7,000 subscribers. So it's not a ton of people that are watching my videos here. But I'm going to go into the analytics. And I'm going to go not to the views. I'm going to go to the watch time hours. And the watch time hours in January of this year was 44,946. And I don't mean that to like brag. Because in December, it was only 18.8 thousand. And so far in February, it's only 19,000. So why was January so high? Because I was streaming no less than 6 hours a day, plus videos, plus anytime that I wasn't streaming and I wasn't at the gym, I was on the app. When I tell you I get insanely obsessed with stuff, and if I start to go deep down the rabbit hole of technical analysis, I will not be doing anything other than that. And yeah, can I make money? Sure. But again, technical analysis is great up until you have a curveball that goes up from out of nowhere, and yeah, I can't do it. So I have to stop myself before have to stop myself from myself. Like there's a future me, there's a potential me out there that just is waiting to get in, and I can't do it. Christian Velasco says, the legend. Eddie Barham says, it's all about the drip network. You drip, like, oh, yo, we got that fly drip. Like, is that what you mean? What we got here? Justin says, we're waiting for the world to adopt NFTs. We are. Eddie Barham says, get paid good money. Billy Bob Bitcoin says, are you still in the military in any capacity? So I sent a couple emails, and I reached out to a buddy of mine. Officially, no. I mean, I'm always like in their records, I guess. Like they could like Wolverine, when he quits being like an X-Men and he just goes to like live in the woods. He says, "I'll stay close in case." I can't do his voice anymore. I default to skips. But I used to be able to. But basically, he tells Professor X like, "I'll stay close in case you guys get really desperate." Like I'm kind of on the list. Like, all right, in case of a World War III, I'm calling back. Russia, I think, put in a draft. No. Ukraine said that males 18 to 60 cannot leave the country. Well, why? Now, most likely in a draft type of scenario, I was talking about it with a buddy of mine today. I was working out with that they would take willing veterans, to come back. Well, I mean, one, you have all the reserves and the guard and all that. And dude, some of these MTLs in basic training were so savage. Now I've deployed with reservists. I don't know if I deployed with guard, but I deployed with reservists and give them a couple weeks to learn the job. They do their job just as well as active duty. It's the same thing. But the when I was in basic training, and the active duty reservists and guard, they're all being trained in like the same time in basic, and and this one MT, I was like, oh, look at you, you're guard, yeah, Mr. Weekend Warrior. I was like, oh my god, so savage. So they would take guard and reserve first, then they would probably take willing veterans still in the IRR, which I just got out of last year. That was the something ready reserve, and then they would probably take people like me, and then unwilling disgruntled veterans, and then they would do the draft. I'd be very curious though to see how women would react with this, because I remember even in like the mid 2000s there was a Time magazine cover of this like GI Jane, like she was a soldier, but she was a woman. She had like an M16 or an M4, and she was like ready, and the title was like When Mommy Goes to War. I was like, oh yeah, what about that? Women first being included, and like that is weird. Like that's a weird thing. Not that like obviously women can do a lot, but just that it had never happened before in the history of me being alive. So when that happens, like, oh yeah, I want. So for a draft, what are women going to be like? Are they going to be like, all right, time to step it up? Or are they going to be like, well, actually, I'm going to sit here and do the dishes and clean for you guys? Like, I mean, for me, I don't. I mean, if you're useful downrange, if you're useful on the battlefield, if you're useful, even if you're not in a combat position, if you're useful wherever, I deploy a lot of my in the 386 or 87. Oh my god, I think it's 387 ELRS where I was in Kuwait and Ali Al Salam. Like a good portion of the shop was women, which is fine. Like again, they work the same way. Only difference is maybe some of them couldn't lift as heavy of bags, but that was really it. But I'd be really curious to see if a draft were to happen. Not that I want a draft to happen at all, but I'd just be really curious to see how some of those things are, go into place. Basic Sneakerhead says, what is he talking about? Get back to the topic, Chavez. I forget what I was talking about in 22 minutes ago. My bad. High Time Fitness says, bro has bad fingernails, and you ask him if he's in the service. I was in the military for 4 years. So no offense, but y'all Veve NFT cats are kind of slow. No, like High Time Fitness. I was in active duty Air Force. I deployed. If none of that story that I just told didn't get you there. Billy Bob Bitcoin says, LOL. Eddie Barnes' Drip Network. What is this Drip Network? I don't need it. Just... Baby Shaman says, everyone smash that like button. Yeah, do it. High Time Fitness says, I keep wanting to invest in Veve, but then I look around and see everyone that's invested doesn't really look like future millionaires to me. LOL, just a vibe. So I've already been a millionaire a couple times, mostly last year, and it's mostly with the ebbs and flows of Omi. So High Time Fitness, if it weren't for Veve, or I don't want to say that, even with the absence of Veve, I retired last year. If I would have stayed working, I still would have been a millionaire. Not last year, but I would have been a millionaire probably in the next year or so anyway. But because of Ecomi, and I had reached that millionaire status, like I said, a couple times last year. Now, obviously, this last month and a half, I've lost about $500,000, which, give or take, it's on paper. I haven't locked in those losses or anything, but I have had them. High Fitness says, many seem like degenerate gamblers, slow people, desperate folks, kids. So right now when I'm about to buy, I think of these folks I'm like, nah. I mean, don't invest at your own peril. Because these people seem like the type that will get scammed, that's all. Like I said, take a look at how disruptive this company is. Take a look at how innovative the team is and hard work. So again, it's very hard to do, but go and look at every single video that David Yu and Dan Carruthers are part of. Al Khan as well. Look at their license and look at the competition. Let's say competition. Yeah, don't invest at your own peril. Moving on. Dunn says, following your smart money, definitely following the smart money gets you scammed. William on fire says, bro, I'm on fire. Edward's not true, been on the drip for over a year. I don't know. Yeah. High Dime says, I've been a comic book collector for 30 years, and I can tell you right now the VV Comics won't have a chance. I mean, we've already had sales for like $50,000, so like what is something worth? It's worth whatever someone's willing to pay for it. And I was in the high-end Pokemon. I was in the high-end collector's business for years, specifically in Pokemon cards. But if this goes to, if we get Pokemon cards, I don't know what type of partnership they're going to have, whether it's going to be 3D collectible statues or it's going to be golden things like the Golden Moments or their cards. If they do the cards the way that, not they should, but if they do the cards in a way that the rare ones are actually rare and it's not with packs, then yeah, I could totally see people spending six figures on it. I would. Again, just my opinion as a high-end collector. Basic Sneakerhead says, this guy give any useful info, just talk a bunch of BS. I'd like to think I give a lot of useful info. You don't get to 7,500 subscribers in this type of field without giving some useful info. Ballin says, sup, Randy, Black Panther stackable or too many mints? I mean, most things now are pretty stackable, but I'm curious to see what happens with Black Panther 2. I mean, who's going to be the next one? Who's going to be the next Black Panther? I doubt it's going to be Shuri. She's too skinny. Like, you can't, like, I'm not saying that she can't be, like, a fighter. Like, I'm sure she, in secret, let's say, has been trained by T'Challa. Fine. But I would think M'Baku would be probably the better one, in my opinion, as opposed to Shuri. At least in this MCU. Eddie says Sucks has no sound. Oh, so that's another thing. Let me go over it real quick. A lot of Android users have been talking about have been talking about sound and the fact that it hasn't been in there, but that issue has been resolved. If you go and look at the animated Black Panther digital collectibles, they do have sound again. Major Gains says, hey Randy, what's going on? High Time Fitness has just been on the sidelines watching because I want to witness one of the biggest scams. All right, this is not a scam at all. All right, you're obviously doing zero. Now, I don't mind if people are doing if people are just asking questions, but I'm just gonna put y'all in timeout if y'all are just being spreading misinformation. We got a super chat coming in from Kobe Collect saying, these guys have nothing better to do. Hope they can have a better Thursday elsewhere. Give me a wrench if you want me to show a few of them the door. I just muted that one guy for 5 minutes, and hopefully if he watches me, or if he's still listening, then he'll. I really don't like to block anyone unless it's like, now again, that was misinformation they were doing, but well, we shall see. We'll see where it goes. But thank you, Kobe, for that. I will let you know. Okay. Also, I don't. No spamming other stuff, especially about I don't know what drip is. So I'm gonna check in the timeout there. Where was I here? Ballin says Shark Bite. The floor's 325. Very nice. And saying how long before you buy in for the misses? When I have more gems. Again, it doesn't really matter what it is. But I'll get that at some point for her. I have said that for a while. At High Time says Randy's a veteran, and many of us VV investors are already millionaires. If you don't like VV, go somewhere else. Betty Merker says, hey Randy, Dashy, have a good day, brother. You too, fam. John Whitehead says, damn, the lenticulars have been really dumping since the MTL article came out. A lot of things have been dumping for a while, but unfortunate to see them dumping even higher. If they are, then well, we just wait longer, and they'll go back at some point. Justin says Omi was the second best performing crypto coin. Yeah, Omi went up a lot yesterday. Now, granted, 2 days ago it went down in the dumps, but it had gone up yesterday. Alex M says, good evening, fam. Trying to sign in on the Veve payout link. I'm putting my correct email password, but it's telling me my login failed. Check credentials. I don't understand why. I'd say put in a ticket and see how that goes. Kryptoni says trolls. Ballin says my birthday in the app is off by one day off. I've seen many others with the issue. So you just got to email them, and if you email them, they'll get it. Yeah, so if you email them, they could do that. You can put in a ticket with hang on, I got it here. help.vv.me/submit-a-support ticket. I always have that on hand just in case somebody asks, and I can send them that link and all that jazz. All right, we got a super chat coming in from oh god, I'm scrolling not far enough. Bob Bobby says hi. Hi, Bob Bobby. Is that what you trying to say? Hi. Well, hello, howdy do to you, sir. I hope you are doing well, and I hope everything's all right. Let's see what we got when I scroll back on up. Bartholomew, okay, good evening, good evening. Oh god, I've scrolled to... Alright, there we go. There's the on fire message. I know where I am now. Yeah, too bad about the lenticulars. We got Ballin says, my birthday in the app is... Oh, I just read that. Kryptoni says mad because they don't have a partners. Maybe. They might be mad because they don't have partners. Junior Sanchez says, you forgot to trust me, bro. Billy Bob Bitcoin says, this chat needs some mods. The bots are having a field day. Yeah, I'm looking at all these deleted messages now. Justin says, Disney doesn't work with scams. Your comments mean nothing. Agreed. Ben Robinson is here for the entertainment. Sinful Mawa says, are you going for the Aston Martin? I'm going to try. I'm going to try for the Aston Martin. I think that's something I would like to give it a good shot at. Oh, yeah. This is so good. Nutrition. Crazy Dave 85 says, hi, Randy. He hit the 500,000 Omi today. Road to 1 million Omi is the plan. Says, although it's slow, I will get there, my friend. Let's get this bread. Sinful Mile says, is withdraw Omi from Veve app require KYC? I don't know. They haven't said. It probably would be, but that won't be until like, third quarter of this year probably. Maybe even Q4. Sinful Mile says, I will buy bread with Omi. Get it. Jamar says, did Trevor part ways with Ecomi? I don't know. Ben Robinson says, promise. Promise what? Justin B says, at High Times, either 13 or 50 living in his mom's basement. Oh, High Times is probably... Yeah, he might be. He might be. Ben Robinson says, yeah, he's definitely 13. Justin says, right on the nose. Mr. Planet Prophet, YouTuber says, am I actually catching Randy live? Why, yes, you are. Breathe the free air again, my good friend. And we got Justin B saying, in $1 million home, like I said, your mom's home. Oh, I said you got no nipples. John Whitehead says, got mini lenticular below $300. Dude, that's an incredible buy. Mr. Planet Prophet says, I missed 30 minutes late. That's fine. That's fine. I'm a bunch of minutes behind comment, so it's okay. I'm catching up though. AR says 259 gem mini card. Damn. Oh, I wish I had more money. Ballin says, yo, Justin, what's the email for support? I actually don't know. I haven't tried it yet. Mr. Planet says, January was so high because I watched your replays like 1 million times because I'm obsessed too. I'm glad, man. I'm glad. Yeah, January was insane. Ben Robinson says, still watching from his parents' house, though. He might be, yeah. Brendan Jacob says, will you get an Omi tattoo? Probably at some point. I think I would get one. I don't know when. I mean, when we go down to Florida and we do that Orlando party that we're gonna do, we're probably, like I said, I'll pay for everyone's Omi tattoos at that point. Ben Robinson says 39 and use some awesome. 12, use word awesome 12 maybe. Again, those comments are all when you put someone in timeout, I guess it deletes all their comments. Just says at balling. No, it's a website. After you click technical support, scroll all the way down. On the right, it says submit a support ticket. Nice. Tuxin Collectibles says biz peeps talk money, bruh. JDR says, hola, Senor Randy. Your robe is dope. Why, thank you. I got this. I got this about like a month ago. No, maybe like 3 weeks ago at two of my good friends' wedding. It was just like a gift. I was in the groom shower party, whatever, and got this awesome robe. I took some pictures. With like a professional camera guy there. We took pictures, and I was all suave and fat. But I think they're gonna come out good. I hope. Tuxin Collectibles says, high time is Mr. Dishmishiv. David says, are all data predictions out now, being the war is broken out? When you say are all data predictions out now, like are they like out the window? Let me know what that means. Garrett says, inactive ready reserve. That's what it was. I forgot inactive ready reserve. I finished that last year. Ben Robinson is such a clever guy. We all wish we were as clever as yourself. I think that was in retort to somebody else. Mr. Planet says, I can't go to sleep now. Randy's live, and it's only 3 in the morning. Oh, dude, if you need sleep, by all means. Sleep is good, especially if you have something to do tomorrow. Yogurt says, were you in combat? You do any tours? I was not in combat. I was just, the tour was just in the AOR. It was in Kuwait and Ali Al Salam, but it wasn't, there was no combat. There was no pew-pews that were had. So yeah. Tuxin Collectible says, high time, just ain't a cool dude. Darnell J says, you are no combat unit, LOL. More like, never said it was combat. Basic Sneaker says he's lying through his teeth about being a servant. Get the fudge out of here. Ain't nobody telling me about that. All right, removing you. Ben Robinson says, still watching this though, right? Yeah, I know. Right? Tuxin Collectible says, why would anyone lie about being in the military? So that's like a thing that apparently it's big on YouTube where people go around and there are some people that do, they go like to the Army Navy store or whatever, or they go to like Salvation Army and they get clothes that people would like of old fatigues, of old military uniforms. And actually, speaking of which, my military uniforms are now out of date. I am that old veteran now where the military uniforms that I had when I was serving, they're now old and out of date. Everyone, they have all those, the BDUs are no longer there. They have those comfortable pajama type. Oh my God. So heckin' jelly. But yeah, it's just, people do that. They like to pretend they're in the military. Apparently you see it a lot on like Memorial Day and Veterans Day where people go in and they're like, oh, can I get this discount? And they try to get free meals. Not that I guess I understand. Obviously it's, stolen valor is not good. But there's like people on YouTube that make a living out of saying like, you're stolen valor. And they just, that's what they want to do. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I don't really like that at all. Like, so I don't like to. I don't like it when people say that you were never in, and I don't like it when people claim that they were in when they weren't. It's like, So yeah. Justin says this is some Reddit incel group that. Yeah, I know, right? Sinful Mawa says, I've seen interviews of asking random women and men about getting drafted. Most felt they didn't have the mental aptitude to do it. Not denying women's capability, but men are more willing to go. Yeah, I saw this one video of this one guy, or I guess one guy's filming, one guy's doing it, and he's like, hey, if they're in draft, like, would you go? And most people are like, oh, no, I'm in school, I don't think so, I wouldn't like to do that. And there was 2 people. One was like, yes, absolutely, I love my country. And I was like, that's what we need. If there was a draft, and if it was, obviously you don't, like, I had this person comment on my Facebook before saying like, oh, we need to take Putin out. I was like, all right, the only reason that this person is saying this is because they've never had to serve, and the one person that they knew that served is out now, so there'd be no danger for that one person. But if you say something that is dangerous, like we need to take this guy, like maybe that would be the best thing, but if that person wasn't on the planet anymore. But if it's like to do that how many lives would that cost to take out one person? And how many, God, that doesn't just cost the lives of those people. That would cost like the people that see like that type of combat, and for them to go like that affects they go back home to their families. That affects their lives. It is a giant ripple effect. That is not good. So yes, we do need people that are ready to go, but we should kind of cap it at like, all right, maybe this person's a little too eager to go. Just my opinion from what I've seen of people and the aftermath of that. PBS Kids, I mean Randy, I'm liking the robe there. Well, how would you describe it? Oh, this is. I would be fine if I wore nothing but this robe. I was just naked under here. Like this is nice material. Oh, it's soft. Oh, it's warm when it's outside. Just put the hood up and you're just like, oh, you're in a little cocoon. It feels great. Palace C15 says, "What's up, Randy? What's going on?" Dustin Collectibles says, "Randy's a big name, man." Pal says, "Hope you're doing well. My vault value is down, but when in doubt, just zoom out." Agreed 100%. Yeah, we'll get back up eventually. Tussa says, "High times on cool." John Whitehead was going on saying, "Steamboat Willie comment dropped below 400. Damn, things are going crazy." We got Garrett says, "Randy reading this guy's comment is in the face." Yeah, I read every comment. That's what I do. Brandon Jacob says, "Wow, so many haters in here. Thank you for your service. Great content channel. Thank you. Thank you so much. Cheers, mate." Dozen Collectibles says, "High time talks like a country clubber." Beza says, "Randy Rambo." Darnell J says, "Bro, prove and back up your claims like military, you being a millionaire. I'll talk." That was not. All right, so, I've shown. All right, hang on. Let's just go to the profile here. Let's just go to the photos. Let's go to the albums. Let's go to the profile pictures. And let's go to... Hey, where'd it go? Okay. Me meeting the... In uniform, meeting the private investigator from Breaking Bad. So, it was me in the military, back with short hair. Back in the day when they had to shave. So that was me. The millionaire thing, I am not millionaire anymore just because Ome has gone back down. But I have been a couple times. Milestone Rand says, "Yikes, spicy chat tonight." Cheers. Cheers, Milestone. Tucson Collectible says, "Typical marginalizer. High time is." Kobe Clark says, "Give me a wrench, Randy. Let me get some of these trolls out." I mean, most of them are gone now. Obviously not all talk. Again, basic sneakerhead. Not cool, dude. Going in timeout. Billy Bob Bitcoin says, "Randy, I'll mod your chat if you need it." Yeah, if I need it, it's fine. Sinful Mala says, "Still think we will reach 2-cent Omi by the end of the calendar year?" I mean, depends. If we're in a bear market and we don't get on exchange, we probably will. But again, being on exchanges, that's what we need. But if we're in a bear market and the conflict gets worse, it's possible that we don't. Now, I don't see this conflict really going on. I think this will be over within a couple months. I think it'll probably even less than that. But it's too soon to tell. We don't really know. Garrett says, "Let's get some mods up in here." Yeah. No. So that's like a million in my closet. Mr. Planet says, "Kobe collects, I'll give you a giant wrench." Is that kinky? Tussen says, "A million ain't that much." I mean, for some it is. I cried when I first became a millionaire. I was like, oh my god. I never thought I'd do it. Brandon Jacob says, "Same, we need some mods, kick these guys out." I mean, it's kind of too late now. C15 says, "M'Baku or Killmonger for the new Black Panther." That'd be great. Killmonger was so good. Jay Otaro says, "Me too, Randy, wrench me up." Again, a little, if I decide it's a little too toxic, I'll put him in timeout. Arsalan Allah says, "Superman or ultra rare Steamboat Mickey?" Probably Superman. They're both very, 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 very good, but probably Superman. Just because right now there's only one Superman on the app, and there's less of him as opposed to you have Steamboat Willie, the ultra rare, and then the uncommon and the common. So for right now, I pick Superman. Kobe collects with the $5 super chat saying, "Hey guys, these guys have nothing better to do. I hope they can have a better Thursday elsewhere, and I will totally give you a wrench, Kobe, if they continue with that. If you want to show a few of them the door." David Z says, "Why do they have a minimum of 1,000 gems to allow any cash out of this app?" I don't know. I'm not sure. Mendez flips. Someone banned that guy. I mean, yeah, they're mostly gone now, I think. Mr. Planet Prophet says, I think Randy don't actually ban them, only timeout. Yeah, I only did the timeout. Oh, well. Let's go on. We got a 1 hour Patreon member shout out. Let's see what we got here. What's it going to be? Oh, nice guys finish last. You're running out of gas. Don't pat yourself on the back, you might break your spine. Living on command, you're shaking lots of hands. You'll feel all washed up like piss gone down the drain. Pressure cooker, pick my brain and tell me I'm insane. I'm so heckin' happy I could cry. Every joke can have its truth, but now the joke's on at Hey David on at King Mabs Forever on Twitter. We got Standoff Chart and King Mabs over on the Veve app, Chavez Cat 5 as well. Kobe Collection, Omi Player 1 on the YouTube, and Wraithax.eth. Search that wherever you would like. Powers of X number 1 over there. Kobe Collects down here. Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Puddin' Cheeks, Veve Las Vegas, Taps Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy Bermuda, Sody Pop Media, Charles Merkel, Veve Darkling, Cavell Anderson, Veve Vibes, and The Gale on the YouTube. At Wet Wizard Veve and Gary O at 1234CA3 on the Twitter. And then you got DerekBrad.com/pages/Veve-photography and WoundedWarriorProject.org that y'all should check out. Okay, gonna move on here. Excuse me. Sean Humson says, I don't want exchanges until Omi gets back up. Otherwise, it'll just get back to where we were at, 0.0080. It's fine with me. That's fine with me. We'll burn them all. We'll burn all the Omi. Tucson says, thank God. Garrett says, bye. B-Boy Steve says, crazy people think this is still a scam. I know, right? J.O.Tar says, we love you, Randy. Thanks, guys. Excuse me. Mills P says, bond car price is crazy. Need to get more gems. Yeah, I don't know what to sell for it. Not sure. B-Boy Steve says, Omi all the way. Omi all the way. Mendez Flip says, just bought more Omi. Nice. B-Boy Steve says, both drops for the bond car will do well. I think so also. Bob Bobby says, hi. How you doing, Bob? Oh, Bob Bobby. I hope you're doing well. Just awesome stuff. Kobe Collect says, I'm expecting no less than 100,000 floor for the 7th edition DB5. Very possible. B-Boy Steve says, VVB Day is in 3 days. At Kobe Collect's easy to agree. But I think the first sale will go for around 40K. I think the bond ticket is something that it's just a ticket. It's not really interactive. Yeah, it had some real world utility. You and like 7 friends can go see James Bond. But this is like an actual, like, it's cool. It's awesome. So maybe it will. We shall see. Justin says nobody will list the 7 mint. It depends who gets it. If somebody that does like, oh, okay, I'll take the 40,000. You know. I mean, it's not bad if you pay $1,000 for something and then you 40x your money. Maybe I'd do it. Shoot, I don't know. Milestone Rand says none of the 007 tickets are on the market. No, they're not. Kobe Collect says they'll list it to flex for sure, maybe 9.9 million, except for the couple people that sell it to those who don't need / want the flex. Fair point. Justin said I'd be too scared. B-Boy Steve says Omi tattoo easy after a certain point. Agreed. Sean Humson says my buddy Dan got the Omi tattoo, and you know him. You should get one too. I probably will at some point. I haven't had a tattoo in a while. I gotta talk to my friend Stacy. She's done a lot of my tattoos. She's great. She's awesome. Actually, she will be the one to do everyone's Omi tattoos. I'll show you her work. Is she on Insta? Maybe she's on Insta. Oh God! All right, So it's NLB, so November Lima Bravo tattoo. That's her work on Insta. Again, Nastasia Bendler. Again, the NLB tattoo on Instagram. That is her. She does a lot of my tattoos. She's done a lot of them. Says I'm not the main character. I'm not the main character. Aubrey Plaza. So yeah, very, very good at what she does. I trust her pretty much with any of my tattoos. Like there's nothing that I wouldn't trust. Okay, so let me go to my channel And I don't know if I even told you guys this. I probably haven't. But I'm going to go and say, if y'all could smash that like button, that would be really great. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. Smash it. That'd be super fantastic. I hit the wrong button. Come on. Okay, there we go. Yep. That one, like I said, smash that. That would be super great. That is a free way to support the channel. Just, if you want to help support me. Moving on here. Kick and Base says Homer, Donald, or Joker first appearance on this dip. Probably Donald. Donald would be my one. Jay Otaro says, once I'm rich, I'll definitely get an Omi tattoo. Nice. To my knowledge, nobody listed that movie Omi ticket. Sinful Miles says, why are people trolling you? I don't know. Jealous. Crazy. I don't know. They're bored. Marcel Rand says, they used to be, but I don't see any. Yeah, there used to be a couple of other tickets. Tucson Colazo says, resentment is why. Parkese Music says, people are stupid. Why would anybody try to be in the military when they are not? Don't listen to those crazy people. People get great channel. Thank you. Mr. Planet says, Donald is my guy. Same. RPM says, did anyone know what the word lenticular was before the Mickey Mouse drop? I did not. Like, the Veve articles are all with words that I have zero idea what the fudge they mean. But I guess it makes me smarter. Crypto Boy says, why don't you show to your Omi that proof that you have 130 million? So it's because, one, I don't have it on me. It's in 6 different trust wallets, or most of it's on some of it's on the app, but it's on 6 different trust wallets, and there's like 20 something million Omi each on them. So it's not on me. Like, they're at different locations. They're not, like, I don't even have it on my phone or my tablet. So there's nothing to show. Billy Bob Bitcoin says, I almost never see bots, negativity, or FUD in this chat. Putin must be responsible for this. Crypto Boy says, talk about of Omi reserve supply and circulating supply count. Yeah, sure. So currently we are burning Omi out of the reserve wallet. So there is a reserve wallet that we have, then we have a vault, and then we have a burn wallet. Is it reserve then vault or vault? Either way, every time money goes into the app, Omi goes from one wallet to another, to the middle wallet, right? And then every time those gems that we get for putting money into the app, every time those gems are spent, money goes from that middle wallet to the burn wallet. And after every so often, they have to buy back from they have to buy back Omi from the circulating supply. So when we go and when we're able to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go and sorry, I'm losing my mind here. I've streamed for a lot. I'm very tired. No excuses. Let's get the spread. Every time we do that, it's just from the reserve wallet. And the circulating supply, max supply, is 312 billion. It's a lot. There is currently less of that in the reserve wallet. So we're burning that, and we'll be burning a lot for, I would say, if prices stay this way and we grow like I'm expecting to, we should burn through the entire reserve wallet within 5 years. That's if we never got to burning this. That's if Omi never got any utility and if the price stayed down. So if we burn through that entire reserve wallet in just 5 years, well, then we would have to buy a lot from the circulating supply. But later this year, we'll have Omi to NFT, Omi to land, which should be the same thing. And yeah, that's it. That would be the that we'll have that option probably Q3, maybe Q4 this year. PBS Kid says, just noticed Bitcoin went down 2K within 5 minutes. Damn, what are we at now? 30. We went up a little bit this morning. Let's see what we're at right now. Let's go to the Cash App. Okay. And we'll take a look at the Bitcoin. We went up a lot, actually, because we were earlier this morning at like 2:30. We were at 34,000. We had gone up to about 39,000, and we're at 38,000 right now. So we're doing okay right now. I have 16 cents in there. Mr. Planet says, so you're too young to be here, please leave. Myerson Rand says he doesn't need to prove anything. Sinful Mala says, I see people wear military uniforms during airsoft matches. Every now and then I see people get mad about it, but they aren't claiming to be veterans. I think it's role playing or something. It says, when I see all these deleted messages, I just thought Death Note, delete scene. Hope we got Death Note on. Oh, dude, Death Note would be great. So I like Justin Bieber. But this meme was so funny. There was somebody that went to a Justin Bieber like meet and greet or whatever, and had him sign an autograph in their book, and the book was a Death Note book. I was like, oh, that is so clever. That is so great. Like, rip Justin. Like, but he's fine. He's fine. I'll do that for my 2 hour Patreon member shout out. I'll do a Justin Bieber song because he's so cool. Here we go. Justin Bieber. Eeny. Yeah, I'm gonna do the eeny meeny. Okay. But yeah, when I don't know why people do like I've seen that meme as well, where somebody says like it's one of those things like where you see one of those guys that kind of look like they might be a veteran. It's like I'm the crazy one that you have to tell your friends about before they meet me, and it's like and you see them in the next panel like yeah, he's this really weird dude that like likes to play airsoft and dress up in military garb. It's like, was he ever in the military? No. So I know what you're talking about. I've seen those memes. Those people are ubiquitously. There's enough of them for there to be memes about them. Joseph says UK Prime Minister wants Russia to be banned from SWIFT. Yes, I did see that. Mendes Flip says Randy is my daddy. I love you guys. Okay. Randy is my daddy. I am a father. I had to do that. That was so funny. I don't know if people will get what I was laughing at because I posted that on Snapchat without any context. Oh yeah. Actually, so Ukraine, I don't know how they did it, but they took back one of their a buddy of mine sent this to me. I don't even know if I could show it. Heck it, I'll show it. Heck 'em. So the Ukrainian military has taken back control of the Hostomel airport, also known as Antonov Airport, outside of Kiev, which was a goal of occupation to act as a sky bridge for Russian troops and resupply is like one of them. Anyway, here they are. They took it back. Heroes. Hashtag heroes. There goes my hero. Jayotaro says, that would be awesome. The one time an L would be a W. Get Death Note. Kobe Collect says Randy's patience is inspiring. Yeah, I mean, I was listening. This was, God, I forget. There was this one black dude that what he does, like in his spare time, he talks to members of the Ku Klux Klan. And he just talks to them. And he said his goal was to never get people to quit the Klan. His goal was just to talk to them. And I think he wrote a book or whatever. And he said that 20-something, maybe 30-something people that were in the Ku Klux Klan gave him their robes because he was the one that made them quit. Not because he told them to quit, just because, like, hey, I had this all wrong. I thought so this is coming from him. I forget his name, the black person that's interviewing all these Ku Klux Klan members. And he's telling this story, saying, like, this is what this white person told me. He's like, I thought all you black people were the same, and blah, 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 and all these talking points that the Klan, drills into our heads, but you're not. I've just never interacted with you. I've never, really seen any one of you, but you guys are just people. And he's gotten, like, 30 people to quit the Klan. And Joe Rogan interviewed him one day, and he was telling a story about how he met this, like, some crazy higher up guy, and he says that the guy that he was interviewing was saying all, like, the pseudoscience false narrative talking points, like, okay, well, they say, and again, please don't take this out of context, know what I said this last 30 seconds. He was saying that the white guy talking to him was saying that, black people had this, they had, like, smaller brains, and they had, like, abused the welfare system, and, like, yada yada yada. And, himself, who he was doing the interview, he was saying, like, well, I'm not going to be mad at that because it's false, and this guy doesn't know me, and he's just making false assumptions and false narratives. So the same thing. Not that I'm comparing myself to that great guy that was putting his life in danger, um, but if someone's going to come at me with like false accusations and false like whatever, like clearly they don't know me, clearly they're not very intelligent, and if they have the audacity, no, if they have the if their lives are so god awful that the only thing that they can do to get enjoyment out of is to come on my stream and be like really negative, it's like I don't need to do anything to them. I don't need to be mad. I need to yell. Like their lives are already probably in such disarray. Like there's nothing I can do. There's almost nothing I can do to make it worse. So, no. Mr. Planet says, "Don't prove anything, Randy. You don't need to." Might. Jesse Valley says, yeah, Nintendo Entertainment shirt. What's your favorite NES game? You said yours was Blaster Master? Oh, okay. So, favorite NES game. I mean, is it too like cliche to say Mario and Duck Hunt? That was like the first game. There was this shooting game. There's like a Western. It's like pew 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 pew. Not obviously not. It wasn't Duck Hunt, although I really liked Duck Hunt. But there was that game. There was like a karate game. There was a bowling game. Oh, there was some really good games. I don't remember half of them. Mario was probably the one I played the most. Felix the Cat was really good, and that was special because me and my friend Lauren would play it. Like I was living with my friend Mark, and his daughter Lauren had this Nintendo Entertainment System, and it was like the Nintendo Mini where you got, and it was like Haxel got like all the games. So we'd go playing. Oh, pinball was another one I played a lot of, but we would play a lot of games, and we found one called Felix the Cat, and she loved really watching me play. So I would go and I would play it, and she would kind of play it sometimes too. She wasn't as good, but she would have a lot of fun watching me play it. So I was like, one night I was like, "This is it, gonna get it," and she's like falling asleep, like, "Girl, wake up!" I'm trying to go and beat this game, and that was just special because like I beat. So we talked about getting like tattoos when she's old enough to get like Felix the Cat tattoo or like a taco or something on like a finger. So that was really special. That was really fun. Pinball was good. That one was good. Yeah, I would say Mario though. I've spent the most time in Mario in that. Oh god, I was so good at those games back in the day. And that's actually when I first realized that I was into older women. For those of you that haven't heard this story, it's a quick story. I was at my friend Tyler's graduation party or something, and I'm like 17, whatever, 16, whatever, and his aunt was not wearing anything scantily clad or nothing. She was just in jeans and a sweatshirt, but she was just having a beer and playing the old Super Mario games, and I was like, that's the hottest woman I've ever seen in my life. Like just because like she liked this, like she was just chill, she was just vibing, and I was like, like it unlocked something in me that made me like older women that just they appreciate old school gaming. And so Resale says, why do you have to back up or prove anything? The real follower, no. Salute to you, Randy. Oh, cheers, mate. Yeah, I mean, but also, like I could, if you were to catch me in like a day where, okay, hey, I just got back from getting my nails done with my friend Meg, and we're watching Encanto, and we're watching like My Little Pony and Pokemon. It's like, you would not think that I was a veteran. I'm a little fat now, and I got a beard and super long hair. You'd be like, okay, definitely doesn't look like veteran. Like a vet, So I could understand some people's questions with that. If they don't know me, and like, and I say like, oh yeah, back when I was in the military, yeah. Moving on, yeah. BJN says this is the ultimate dump of the V market. Would you agree? I guess it's probably the biggest one so far that we've had in the past year. There's only back up from here after the MTL publication. How long would you think the down market will last? I don't know. It depends on what goes on with the world. Could be a couple months. Could be, like I said, I don't know. We shall see. Diego Pereira says, many people complaining about the fee. Glad in Portugal we don't need to pay tax after that. Hey-yo! Oh, good for you, mate. Kobe Collect says, I remember when Superman dumped 25% from 160 gems to 120 gems. Damn. Water is the best beverage. Hydrate, my homies. Hydrate. Hydro homies. Justin says, I thought you were about to pull out your military ID. Instead, you showed a picture with Mike. Yeah, I mean, I could, but my wallet's all the way over there, and my phone's right here, so, yeah. My son Ranch is laughing. Brandon Jacob says, I think the 1,000 gem minimum is to give smaller, cheaper collectibles more value, as it will make people less likely to sell them for cash out, with the minimum being so high. All right, that's a fair point. This is possible. Kobe Clark says, I also remember people selling Elsa at 300, oof, anticipating cash out, and at 900, at 1,600, 2,500, 3,800. Now back to whatever it's at today. I wouldn't be surprised if she's 10K after when MTL hits. It's very possible. Billy Bob says, with all these future fees associated with MTL, wouldn't it be better to continue using safe off-app escrow services for trading and selling on Veve? No, because, you know, all right, so let's say if you have something that's worth $10,000 and off-app trading fee, okay, boom. You get $6,000 right there in your pocket. You get it quicker, sure. But if you sell it, you have to sell it. Let's say you sell it for that $10,000. And let's say it is a Disney or James Bond or Marvel NFT. And then you say, okay, well, that now you have, 9,100. Oh God, I don't even know. Sorry, take off 850, 9,150. Okay, so you have $9,150 left, and then there's a 10% fee to cash that out because you have that in gems. So 9,150 minus 91. So let's say 910. So 9,150, you take off 915. You're looking at about 8,200 or 8,265. And at 8,265, you cash that out. That gets into your bank account. And they take just 35%. So out of the 8,265, they take off the 35. So you're at 8,230. That is much better. You're saving 20%. So that's why it's better to do MTL in that case. Now again, if you need the money, like I need this now because I have, I'm like in a threat. I need to pay bail money, or you need to pay someone like ransom money. Okay, sure, but MTL for the most part does save you that amount. Billy Bob, because even if the escrow fees are higher, yeah, no, I think the future fees pale in comparison to the gem cheap fee. Sinful Mawal says, I'm fine if Omi doesn't reach 3 cents this year. But please just reach 1 cent. It's not that hard. I believe in you, Omi. I mean, it wasn't that hard, a few months ago if we were to get exchanges. But now, now it's going to get a lot harder because I believe we probably are in that we might be in that bear market crypto winter, and this scenario with Russia and Ukraine is not helping. So, which again, I'm not worried with that long term. I'm not. It's short term, but we'll see what happens. Arsalan Allah says, appreciate the advice, Randy. Cheers. Brandon Jacob says, Kobe, love the sound of that. Kobe collects at Billy Bob Bitcoin. Until it's outlawed by Veve, escrow will thrive forever. Arsalan Allah says, is Omi on Bit4x? Is the Omi on Bit4x layer 2? No, that is layer 1. So if you have Omi on Bit4x, please do not send that to the app. If you send that into the app, that's going to be lost. Maybe they can get it back for you, but Justin says, I'm calling this the Putin dip in the future. That might be what it's historically called. Heart Song says, when Omi to the moon? Could be months. It could be until next year. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, but I'm hodling until then. Like I said, I'm not tripping. Just gotta wait a little bit longer. Evan Martin says, you two grown to listen to Justin Bieber. Just saying. He's not as old as me. He's definitely younger. Ooh, I got a text message from Pedro Member says, someone just posted this absolute truth. Oh my God. So Jeremy Pador tweeted, you can choose one bodyguard. Who would it be? Lele Crypto says, at real Randy Chavez. That is amazing. I have to go. Oh my God, I have to go search. Where am I? Here. Choose one bodyguard. Who would it be? Everyone's talking Randy Chavez. That's amazing. Oh, someone said Kevin Costner. That's really cool. Whoa. Someone put Emma Frost. I was like, hey, she bad though. Who else is putting? Well, it might even be in my. I love that. And the guy's name is Dildo Baggins. Oh my god. Everyone's. That's amazing. I have to go and put my. Go into my mentions. Blah, blah, blah. People will try to find a safe haven to put funds. Oh well, there's the mentions are not. They're not showing up. If I go to all, maybe they'll show up there. Nope, it's not. It's actually like Sweetos and Randy Chavez. Yeah, good times. Good times, Jeremy Pador. I love the Omi. I love the Omi crew so much. They're great. Now, where was I? Too old to listen to Justin Bieber. Let us just say that I have. Where's Justin Bieber? How old is he? All right, Justin Bieber. He's Canadian. He is 27. So yeah, he's a little younger than me. By the time his music did come out, I was already a little older. I was one of the people that, again, I didn't know him, and I was just like, hey, you know what? I was on the hate Justin Bieber train, and probably shouldn't have been. He's really talented. This is epic. But I like him now. I like some of his stuff. It's pretty cool. Just my opinion. Milham says, what up, Randy? By the way, Brandy Babe is a poopy butt. Oh, apparently Brandy Babe's a poopy butt. And Brandy Babe says, at Randy Chavez, I think I'm muted in your chat. No, you're good now. Did I accidentally? Oh, I wish I didn't. No, well, you're good now. If I did accidentally, I'm so sorry, Brandy Babe. But according to Milham, you're a poopy butt. So maybe that's why. Halal says, can you tell me roughly how many users Veve has? Monthly active users about 2.1 to 2.2 million, give or take. T says, Omi next stop, 0.0029. It just might be. I mean, we did go up today, so who knows. Milestone Rand says, Randy workout plan. 1, buy more Omi. 2, protein take. 3, run 2 miles while live streaming and answering questions. That was fun last night. Sometime during that run, my ankles were just like, so my muscles and my wind can still do it because I still work out, but my muscles and my wind are fine. It's just my ankles that, and then today my hip, I don't know if you can hear it. It is not in that good of a, okay, there we go. And then, there's the other one. So my hip was not doing well today. Thank God I only had chest and tries to do with my boy. Got legs tomorrow. I don't know how my hip will be, but we'll see. So it's just my joints. That's always been my issue. It's just my joints that can't really do it. Everything else is still fine. We got Brandy Babes. LOL, never mind. Apparently I cannot say B-rat or L-ick in my comments while they didn't show up on Milham's live chat feed. Oh, that's interesting. Well, Brandy Babe, you're here now. It's all that matters. Orange Bag Lady says, evening, sir. I hope you had an awesome rest of your day. I have. You've made it special before, and it is great, awesome right now. It's a good time. We're just chilling. We're just vibing here, having great times. And then RPM 87 says they don't know Omi. Marson Rand says makes more sense. Jay Otaro says Randy, love that story. Cheers. Jay Otaro is laughing at RPM 87. Bidimon says Randy, after 23 L's in a row, managed to land BP Comic and got a limited order filled for 0.0031 and got another million Omi. Stars are starting to align, finally. Tucson says, U.S. Air Force are all pudgy. Randy's not pudgy. So that is some Tucson. Did you serve? There's a lot of inter-branch, like we poke fun at each other. Whereas you see it a lot with Marines and Air Force or Army and Air Force. We'll go to like a Marine, like, hey, here's some breakfast, and we'll throw like a box of crayons at them. It's just, jarheads. It just, and the reason for that is because Marines just, they're kind of like, I don't want to say rock stars. They're the badasses. They go in like that. If you got a couple Marines at your back, you're not I don't care where you go into. There's almost no fight that you're going to lose if you have a couple Marines at your back. But that being said, and Air Force is just like, A lot of the Air Force are what we call nonners. Nonners are people that don't work on the flight line. They don't see any type of I don't want to say their mission's not important, but if you're in finance and finance, they screw up your pay and they just like, we all hate finance. Because they're always in like training. They can never help you out. When you're trying to out process, because you got places to be, they're nowhere to be found. Um, so yeah, like so any job that's not on the flight line we call nonners. But in the Air Force, you have a Marine. Like there's a ASVAB test, and you can get like I think the max you can get is like a 98 or a 99. Like you can't get 100 on it or whatever the weird curve that has. I got 89 or like a 91 or something. I got pretty close to like a 90, and most jobs only require like a 75, like 60 something. But if you're in like the Army or the Marines, you need like a 35, as in they take anyone. So we like to make fun of them. It's like, oh, you guys are stupid, and Marines like to make fun of us because Marines are all jacked and Army's all ripped. Like when we were in Kuwait, we served with a lot of Army. When you go to the pool, there's a pool in Kuwait, at least in Ali Al Salam. You're just there, and I just look like a fat slob because you got all these like ripped Army dudes that look like models, and I was like, I'm not going to the pool. And I know why the girls like to go to the pool because they like to look at the ripped Army dudes. And I was just like, man, I do not fit in here, like at all. And that's just what it is. Air Force, we do get a little soft. We get a little soft, because of the job. It's not like a combat job, most of it. I mean, you could have PJ, you could have, battlefield airmen where yeah, you got to be in a little bit more shape. But I mean, my job for the most part is just driving vehicles, and that's about it. It's fun. Oh, it's fun. Tucson says, what did you do in USA? I was 2T2, so air transportation, and that was the only MOS I had. Some people, they cross-train, they do other stuff, but that's what I did. Brandon Jacob says, if there's a draft, I hope it's as hard to hit as a VV drop. Who knows? I did talk to my girlfriend. She said that she would support me in whatever I do, so. Got the green light, boys and gals. Brad Jacob says, if there's a draft... Oh, just read that. Kelly Boudreaux says, we'll take Bieber back and give you our other Justin. No! Y'all made that trade. We're going to keep Bieber. You keep that Justin in which you speak. Moscow Moran says, hips don't lie. Oh, dude. There was this... I think it was like 2009. I was in Florida, I was in Miami, and I went to this party at the beach. So it was a great party, but also there was this DJ that had said, like, all right, guys, I'm going to, give me like $10, I'll play your song at some night. Give me like $50, I'll play your song next. And give me $100, I'll stop whatever I'm playing, and I'll play whichever song you want. And at the end of the night, I was like near the DJ guy, and this one dude goes up to him, like, listen, I know the rules. I don't have any money, but this one girl over there says she'll go back to my hotel room with me, and we'll do the thing if you play Shakira's "Hips Don't Lie." And the guy's like, I've already played it like twice tonight. He's like, I know, but like, come on, like you gotta, please. And I was like, do it. And the guy's like, and then it came on, and then we're like, yeah, a bunch of us that were in earshot were like, yeah, he's getting it in, and it was just every single girl in existence loved that song. Like it was because it was a chance to shake your booty. It was a good time. Ashil Nagori says, yo, sick nails. I painted mine red and white. You should definitely try some different colors. A lot of people were thinking like, yo, paint it like hot pink, paint it red. I like black. Black's emo. It's kind of, well, I'm a little emo. Yeah, man. I like emo music, like Death Cab for Cutie. I like MCR. I like Black Veil Bride, Sleeping with Sirens, Falling in, like, just good time, man. Good time. The Orange Bag Lady says, thanks again for having me on, lad. And chatted more about us today. I definitely want to get your thoughts on Web3, VR, AR, and Future Talk on Thursday. Yes, for those of you that do not know, I'll be on Orange Bag Lady's stream on Thursday. Cannot wait for it. Alex M says, "Hi Randy, what do you think of the dip on both Veve and Omi? Would you buy more NFTs like Golden Moments or more Omi?" I wish I could buy both. I think this is the time where I mean to collect every set now, it's like impossible to collect, Um, but I think that now is the time. Like, do you really want 80, like out of like the 90 something 100 sets, do you really want all of them, or is it just like I think now is the time where we could go and say collect what you like, regardless of what that is. Like I got the stamps not because I think they'll and I only got the stamps like with the year of the ox, the year of the those, because I that means something to me. I got the Disney cards because I think they'll make me money, and I bought another Mickey. So I have two Mickey lenticular cards because, like I said, I think they'll make me money. Um, it's all cannon fodder for Pokemon. As soon as we get that, I'm going all in. Not all. I mean, I'll keep a lot of my Marvel. I'm always going to keep my Alligator Lokis. I'm never going to sell those. Now that doesn't mean I won't trade them, but I will never sell them. And that was it for the comments. All right, let's get to some other stuff here. Let's go to Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin's up a little bit. Nice. Jeremy Pador tweets, "Life is short, and so much is out of our control. Enjoy the now for now." Agreed 100%. Remember those old school Foxwoods commercials? "Life is short, life is sweet. Grab yourself a front row seat. Let's meet and have a ball." Those are so good. Record Me Mom says there's no way to sell outside the app, sadly. I was like, that's why you do escrow. Okay. Moving on here. Ow. We got Sinful Mawa saying Disney is best for investing. So is Todd. Secret Spidey, Superman. Otherwise, get what you want. Yeah, DC I like for flipping because you have less of a fee, but yeah, long-term goals, Todd, Secret Spidey, Superman, those are like some of the big three right there. Eddie Risso's good, Partner Stats is good. I mean, again, Disney in general is fantastic. Yeah. Carlos Uriostegui says, "Frustrated that we are getting another super limited 007 drop without the new drop system." Happens, man. It is what it is. You got to take the good and the bad, endure it all, and pile on the years. Yes, that was a quote from Fruits Basket. So remember when somebody asked me the other day, I think it was Gorlomi, asked me like, "Hey, what do you think is going to be first out of 7 different things?" And he gave me exchanges, localization, MTL, Omi to NFT, Viviverse, Pokemon, and then, well, I don't know what that is. Oh, web app, the web app. So here's what I had said, and this is actually, I'm just fixing where it says web app. So exchanges. All right, so here's what I put. I put Omi to NF. No, I'm sorry. I put MTL as first. I put exchanges as second. I put web app as third. I put the Pokemon announcement as fourth. I put Omi to NFT as fifth, Viviverse as sixth, and localization as seventh. And the reason I did, and then we'll get Pokemon probably after that. The reason I did that is because you want to have MTL before exchanges. And like I said, MTL, we literally got that article today. So check 1 for MTL. And hopefully in April we get exchanges. And then after that, they would probably want to focus on the web app. It just makes sense. Before they announce Pokemon, which who knows when that'll be. I do have a bet with Pags. Let's see where we at here. Where we at? Let's go to the tape. It's a rocket power thing. All right. By, is it March? No. All right. Event Wizard, first day. So it's got to be May. Yeah, by May 4th, I'm betting Mr. Pags 20,000 Omi. He thinks that by May 4th we'll have a Pokemon announcement. I think that we won't by that time. If we do have Pokemon announcement by that time, I pay Mr. Pags 20,000 Omi. If we don't have it, he pays me 20,000 Omi. So I am very, very excited for that. Good luck. All right, now what we got over here? Oh god, all right. Milestone Rant said, despite the overall sentiment as of late, I'm generally encouraged by the staying power of the NFT values. Crypto winter, inflation, World War III FUD, these should be pogs at this point, yet here we are. I agree, you have the perfect storm going for every reason for why a bunch of these should go down. Well, they have gone down, but a lot of them are staying at very, very high. Especially compared to 6 months ago or 3-4 months ago. So the staying power is real. It's here, and it is very bullish. Dryden Cove says, hey, Randy, I did a run for Ukraine also today. Wish there could be something we can all do as a world to stand up for them. There are protests, like anti-war, like no war with Ukraine protests in Russia. So I think that's very good. We might have one in New York City. I haven't heard any rumblings for it yet, but New York City and young people tend to be anti-war, which is good. So, yeah, hopefully we will prevail. Beaker says, I can't believe they're about to release Payout, even on the Twitter. When you say even on the Twitter, you mean like Twitter? I mean, Twitter you could already donate to people. Yeah. Jamar says, Russia pushing towards Ukraine capital. If countries get involved, might get ugly soon. Let's take a look-see. I'll put... Oh, God. I put Y. Although it wouldn't be wrong. All right, so Ukraine news. Ukraine and Russia war. Kiev expl- oh, okay. All right, hang on. I think I would have to just go to... Russia attacked Ukraine. Trump again. Oh, God. Trump, why you be praising Putin? Oh, God. Oh, Trump, why you do that, fam? Now, I understand if Trump wants to ridicule Biden, although I am glad in what Biden had done just in the last couple days so that American troops weren't there, but Trump, you're not going to win an election by praising Putin. If you want to ridicule Biden, cool, whatever, by all means, attack your opponent, but don't praise, that's not the way to get elected. Oh, God. Republicans responding. Oh my God. All right. So when I'm going to Ukraine news, a lot of stuff about Donald Trump is coming up. I'm not sure why. So let me go to Russia news. Let me Google that and see what's going on. Biden has presented with options for massive cyber attacks against Russia. Oh, it's so weird. If I Google Ukraine news, Trump comes up, but if I Google Russian news, that's so weird. I would have to get this from like Twitter. I'd have to get it from like Twitter or like TikTok. But yeah, I agree. If this is why I think that as long as the fighting stays within Ukraine, I'm not really too worried. If Russia decides to go into other states like Latvia, Estonia, or wherever, then it gets crazy. Then the U.S. goes in. I mean, how many troops are in? Not a lot. We got a couple thousand troops in Poland right now. A bunch of troops in Kosovo. We got some contracts. So, I mean, U.S. has bases and stuff all over Europe. It would be the second Biden would not let U.S. soldiers go in and train Ukrainian soldiers. They weren't allowed to go in there and escort any Americans out of Ukraine. And if they were allowed to go in and search and rescue, and there was a fight between Russia and the U.S. and a U.S. soldier died, then it would be like, all right, all hands on deck. Then. So that's why I'm glad that Biden didn't allow any of the troops to do that in there. But Biden did say, hey, Putin, if you go on any countries outside of Ukraine, then it's on. It's like, all right. Like, this is why I ran. Like, just in case. This is why I'm slowly getting back into shape, why I ate pretty good today. Eat better tomorrow. We shall see. Yeah. Carlos Orestigue says, we will more than likely be delayed even more since the Wire/Swift networks are getting restricted due to Russia-Ukraine situation. I may be in those countries, but for us, I think we'll be fine. Donell says Disney. Yeah, Disney do be going down, though. Humble Home Cuisine says, just jumped in. Morning, Randy. Hope there is a ceasefire soon in Ukraine. Yeah, hope so, too. Milestone Rand says, the original agreement with Russia was that NATO not expand. NATO has expanded some 15 times since then, and now we claim Russia is the bad actor. Just saying gaslighting is real. Hope everything sorts out quickly. Yeah, I mean, not taking anything Putin says at face value, but last time when parts of Ukraine wanted to break away, and Kiev bombed its own citizens, like, oh, if you can't be part of Ukraine, then you're not going to be part of any. So instead of letting them become their own sovereign nations, their Ukraine citizens got attacked by Kiev. So I think the one morsel of truth, the one tiny speck of truth that Putin is saying is that, hey, these people of Ukraine that got attacked last time, they said, hey, we're scared, we need help, and Putin decided to come in and protect them. And now, did he have to go in and invade Kiev for that? I don't think so. But yeah, I mean, I don't blame Eastern Ukraine for wanting help and protection because they're getting caught. But again, this whole thing, it's so crazy complicated, and Putin being this is, and even if it's so much. I don't know if this is really the way to do it. Like this, I'm so curious to see how this all ends up. I think it will be just a lot of Eastern Ukraine going with Russia, but we shall see. And they took over Chernobyl. I'm so curious why Chernobyl specifically, because it's, a lot of it was uninhabitable. So if you go to maps here and you take a look at Chernobyl, it's not really anywhere that they would need to go. Like, they have to go almost out of their way to go to Chernobyl. Maybe, so a buddy of mine had mentioned that, well, maybe if they wanted to say, hey, you're going to give me this country, or I'm going to set off some of these reactors and kill, like, millions of people. Yeah, it's possible. And if that's the case, Chernobyl should have been, like, the most protected. But, we'll see what happens. Ugh. Jamar says, it's on independent UK news. Okay. Sinful Mile says, I'm neutral on the whole situation. I think there's two expectation to side with Russia, China, and their allies versus US, NATO. Their allies, there needs to be more Switzerland's League of Neutral Nations. Yeah, I wish so too. Sinful Mile says, water bears can make Chernobyl inhabitable. Yeah, dude, water bears, the little tardigrades, those guys, like, they can survive anything. They are just, like, they're survivors. I'm a survivor. Oh, God. Destiny's Child. Such a good song. Oh, they're so great. I don't need those links. Dude, Beyonce is such a great performer. I forget what it was, but she's doing a song, and it's put to Kirby. And the I think it's if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. And as she's dancing, it goes perfectly well with the Kirby thing. Dun 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 dun. It's just look up Beyonce Kirby song. It is so good. It's one of my favorite things ever. I want to see what I can sell between now and Saturday, so I can go and try to compete for this James Bond drop. 1,000 gems is a lot, but. And also, the market's at like an all-time low, so I don't know what I would sell. Maybe a Storm. Let's see what she's at. Oh my God, Storm is at $1,200. That is not a lot of money at all. Like, that is a small amount of dolo. So possibly, what I would do. All right, so the cheapest Storm Sub 100 NFT is by this guy called The Pigs. Number 78 for $4,800. Okay. If that is the case, I will take my Storm, Secret Rare, number 82, and I'll put it in for $3,800 and see what we get there. And I would net about 34 hundo. That's what I'm going to do. So I put it out for $3,800. Secret Rare Storm, number 82. I'll see what happens. We'll see. We shall see. Sinful Mawal says, people still think nuclear power plants can be turned into nuclear bombs, and give you 17 reasons why that wouldn't work. Well, I mean, it'd be nuclear catastrophe. Ah, my knee. Remember that episode of Hey Arnold where Torvald's like, go fourth graders, yeah, my ankle. Because the fourth graders are playing the fifth graders in football. God, that was such a good episode. I'm gonna go and watch that after this. All the Hey Arnold episodes are on Paramount. No, this is not an ad. It's just what I like. I'm gonna drink some more water. Oh yeah. Oh, that's the ticket right there. Milestone Rand says, odds very stacked against us in this drop. Not sure it's worth selling these low mints for cheap, brother. You're probably right, but I want it. And again, I would be taking profit. I did buy that one for like $1,500. So I would be taking profit. Wouldn't be bad. Would not be bad. And nobody else seems to be selling a lot of their stuff, at least not for cheap. So we'll see what goes on. See what goes on with them. Like I said, normally I wouldn't. If I would, we shall see. No, I need the lyrics. Okay. Wes says, Chavez be drinking water every waking hour. Yeah, you got to, man. You got to hydrate. It's like the best thing for you. One of the best things for you. Milestone Rand says, that's fair as long as it's adding to the bag. Just definitely. I won't be able to sell that for Omi. I mean, I guess I could have sold the gems for Omi when it sells, but I just want a chance. Like, I just want a chance to get it. Even if I don't get the set, the 1 out of the 7, even if I get the other stuff, there's only 500 of them. It'll probably be a pretty good. Ow! Oh my God, my hips. It'll probably be sell for a pretty good penny, and I can just flip it. Or maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't flip it because I got, like I said, I have all of the other, cars, so I should probably get this one as well. Again, at some point I'll get everything. I have a lot of Omi. I'll get everything eventually. What is the price of Omi? And I'll see how much I have versus how much I've lost. So let's go to the Bit4x and see. Indecisive. It will not load. All right. Oh, we're at 4.004. Very good. So 130 million times 0.004. Oh, all right. I'm back over $500,000. I mean, if you look at it from like the past few days, yeah, we went down a bit. We went up. If you look at it, the last like couple of weeks, yeah, it's mostly just down. And I'm going to keep going with this, and I'll show you why this matters. Obviously, we've gone down since like this past year in January, so not a lot. I'm going to keep on this though. We're up a ton though since July, when we were at 0.0018. I'm sorry, June. So we're up a lot since then. We've more than doubled. And then this doesn't show it, but we were at 0.0000 something. Like, we were very, very low. Obviously, that's just showing us at like up over a penny. But before then, we had 4 zeros, so we have come a very long way. And I think the price does show that. My son Rand says, I do be drooling over that ride. Over what ride? I forget. Funky Cold says, looking for Todd or Waltz. Oh, you're looking to buy. Let's see what the Todd's at. Let's see what this guy's at. Let's go to the app. Batman got dumped a lot. Well, let's see what we got right here. Go to the full sets. Go to the Batman black and white. Oh my God, the Todd's at $5,900. $5,999. He's at $6,000, but oh my God, $6,000. I'm so glad I sold him when he was 9,000. So he's dumped like almost 60%. And the Todd, or I'm sorry, the Eddie Riso is at $10,000. Oh my goodness. He's down over 60% as well. The Joey M's got to be under 1,000. Joey M's 929. Becky Cloonan, what you at? Becky Cloonan's at 1,400. Wow. Wow, everything just tanked. Now let's take a look at Fantastic Four #1, Secret Rare, 13.8. So that hasn't dumped as much. That was already near this at one point. So that's quite a lot. Quite a lot. Rudy G says, where do you see the new car lending at? The new car. I don't know. I think the one that we get in the morning at 327, that'll be several hundred, maybe $1,000. The one that's I don't know. That'll easily go for a couple grand. The one that's out of the 7, $40,000. Kobe Clark says Peng Joon. Ooh, all right. Did Peng Joon got a new video out? Let's take a look. See. Peng Joon. All right. Let's see what we got here. Excuse me. He hasn't made any videos. Maybe he did a tweet or whatever. Yeah, maybe he did a tweet. Dude has 163,000 subscribers. It's a lot. Weird how some of my videos get more views than his. It's very interesting. But like I said, either way, anyone that makes videos about Ecomi is good by me. Oh, all right. So here's something interesting. Konstantin Voynichev, head of Russia Tactical Unit, surrendered together with his comrades, saying, quote, "We don't want to kill anyone," end quote. Okay, so the guy was head of Russia Tactical Unit. He surrendered to Ukraine, saying, "We don't want to kill anyone." That's really bullish. Like, that's very good news that the Russians, like, their heart isn't in it. That they don't want to. So that's, I got to screenshot that. That should be made an NFT. If that's true. Good for them for surrendering and not wanting to kill anyone. Yevgeny Vindman says, there will be more of this. Russian military morale must, so I guess he doesn't know, but he's saying must be incredibly low. They do not want to kill their former countrymen. Anti-war protests in Russia will continue to grow. Konstantin Voynichev is this guy's name. So that's really, I'm really happy about that he's surrendering. Good for this guy. Good for him. Milestone Rand says, holy crap, R2D2's at 4,600. There's going to be a huge spike in prices after Saturday. Maybe. Milestone Rand says, people scrambling to get their grails back. They will. Humble Home Cuisine says, hey boss, is it good to pick up the Supergirl DC CoverGirl Series 2? Will she rebound fast later on after this haywire market situation? That Supergirl, it's so hard to say. She's not a first appearance, but that girl is a thirst trap. So it's, like I said, it's really hard to say. All this haywire market situation. I think a lot of these will rebound, yes. Colby Clark says, I'm just so impressed with his 23,000 Riso sale and 12,000 Todd sale before the dips. So I expect both of those to go through the roof, but he predicted the top out of nowhere. Yeah, yeah, I actually sold my, the Riso was a little bit less than that. It was at like 19,000 and the Todd was actually at 9. I mean, I should have done it beforehand, but you're right, yeah. Rudy G says, what would you consider the top grail on the app currently? What would be the top grail for the Walt? Top grail on the app's probably the Walt. Out of the ones that we have right now, probably the Spider-Man. Even though Spider-Man is more than the Walt. And will probably be for a while. It's impressive that the Walt is so much. It has 4,300 that were made, and Spider-Man only had 1,000, and Walt is still giving Spider-Man a run for its money. Now, obviously, Spider-Man will obviously outperform over the long run, I think, but I think the best one hasn't come on the app yet. I think the best one that will outperform has not been made yet, and I think it will be a Pokemon. That's just my opinion. Diogo Pereira says, for the MTL, there's a lot of coins from Oriental Asia, maybe localization in a few months. That point, Ultraman Low might grab more. Got the set, and 10 uncommon. Nice. I'm saying there's a lot of coins. I would say that MTL is a lot of coins. I don't think, in my prediction, or not MTL, I'm sorry, localization, I put that as 7th. I think that after MTL, we get exchanges. Localization is very, very hard to do. We will get that this year, I'm sure, but it's just very hard. Kobe Collects says he doesn't get his content pushed to us. I have a few you were talking about Peng Jun. Okay, nice. Says he doesn't get his content pushed to us. I have a few verified friends that make that make NA based content, but in Singapore, France, and Japan, and they get no algorithm love. 70 view vids with 200,000. So that's so interesting. I wonder why. Send me some of those links, Kobe. Sinful Mawal says, I don't know about that. I'm sure Russian military is strict about disloyalty or desertion. Oh, no, they definitely are. Like, that guy will probably never be able to go back to Russia. Like, that is ow. Okay. He probably won't be able to go back to Russia. I'm sure the higher ups are scared of Putin if they don't follow orders. Probably, yeah. Joshua Chong says, hey yo, Kobe in the house. Commas and Zero says, Randizzle, Randizy. And Kobe Collects saying, my guy, Joshua Chong, my guy, my friends, my friendos. So this is, I drank that. I'm going to, we're at 0.0041. Let's get that bread. And I bought $600 worth of Omi yesterday. I love this game. Okay, let's do this Patreon member shout out. Don't leave me out here dancing alone. You can't make up your mind. Please don't waste my time. I'm not trying to rewind. I wish our hearts could grow together as one. 'Cause Shorty is a eeny, meeny, miny, mo lover. Everyone please go and check out at Hey David Don and at King Mavs Forever. On Twitter, you got Standoff Chart and King Mavs and Chavez Cat 5 over on the Veve app. Kobe Collects and Omi Player 1 over on the YouTube. Rayfax.eth, search him wherever you would like. Powers of X number 1 over there. Kobe Collects down here. Cal Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Puddin' Cheeks, Veve Las Vegas, Taps, Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy of Bermuda, Slody Pop Media, Charles Merkel, Veve Darkling, Cavell Anderson, Veve Vibes, and The Gale over on the YouTube. You got at Wet Wizard Veve and Gary O at 1234CA3 on the Twitter. DerekBrad.com/pages/Veve-photography and WoundedWarriorProject.org. Go out there as well. Kobe says, my guy, Joshua Chong. Beantech Finance says, speaking of Beyonce and Kirby, I just watched Toad sing Chandelier. Hilarious, dude. That is like one of the funniest things that I have ever seen. All right, we got a buddy of mine saying, should I short some golden moments and buy back the dip? I bought the dip 2 days ago, lol, but if this was an MTL War Fear sell-off, I don't want to get caught holding a bag. Let me know your thoughts. Well, Omi just had a fantastic day. I mean, Omi's up like 10% today, so I don't... Actually, more than... we were literally down to 0.0031 at one point. Well, we went from 0.0031 to 0.0041 today. So, so I don't know if so. I think the dip was already bought hard. It could dip more, but who knows? Um, if this thing with Russia and Ukraine escalate outside of those two countries, prepare for a big dip, but I don't see that happening just yet. Um, I'm going with the notion that we could be here a long time. I'm buying, knowing I may not see a return for over a year, but once we get exchanges, we could also we could also 5x very easily. We could. Just my opinion. By 9Dre says, Randy, you didn't upload about E2. You still an E2 player. So I do mention them in pretty much every stream and pretty much every video. Usually they're not in the title, but I do mention them in. I do daily videos now, like a daily Omi Veve crypto in general update, metaverse update, and they are mentioned in there every day. I did buy. So I bought some Donetsk. I bought land in Donetsk because it's I did. So they had two new American Samoa, and they had Aruba that just came out like last week. So I bought Aruba at like 14 cents, up to $2 now. Winning. I got God. That was such a good call. Yeah, Earth 2 to the moon. Sinful Model says we're gonna get East Ukraine and West Ukraine. Eastern Ukraine probably go to Russia. I don't know what was about West Ukraine. Milestone Rand says it would be cool to know what percentage of Veve users hold Omi. Probably it's not a ton. There's what like a hundred or a couple 100,000 that own Omi, but there's like 4 million people that own Doge. I think it's just a matter of time before we get everyone. So the volatility of the NFTs is less impactful when you do. For every boo bird, there are 100 new happy users. Agreed. Sinful Mama says they had us Virgin Islands come out today too. Oh no, they did. No, I missed it. B9Dre says I see. Oh, did we miss the Virgin Islands? I missed it. I was so busy today. I had so much going on. I wasn't able to. All right. Well, I'm gonna go to buy land. Let's see what we got here. All right. The Virgin Islands. When wait, I can't. I don't want Virginia Islands. I want Virgin Islands. There we go. Wait, New Jersey? What the fudge? What the fudge? Okay. U.S. United States Virgin Islands. Okay, here we go. Oh God, these are all. Are we in the water here? It looks like a lot of this is going to be international. Let's see what. All right, so one tile. Oh, it's still 36 cents in the water. I'm not going to get any of those. I'm not going to mess with those. When one day, Chuck Norris went to the Virgin Islands, and when he left, it was just the islands. Remember those old school Chuck Norris jokes? Those were amazing. Those were hysterical, and I love every single minute of them. So I'm going to go to resources. I'm going to check my jewels here. And I got a grand total of 39 jewels. Very nice. How much? And jewels are currently going for about 24 cents right now. I'm okay with it. I'm hip. I'm hip to it. Got a nice amount of money in my account. 33,000 essence. It is a good day for E2. I mean, Andre says Earth 2 to the moon. Crazy Dan 420 says, I bought some land in Donetsk in the Donbas region as well yesterday, and I'm your neighbor. Heyo! Lucky Clover says, epic shirt. What's your top 2 Nintendo games? I'm going to say Mario, like the original game, and then, I forgot about Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Too. That is so good. I'm not that good at it, but that is such a good game. I'm going to say Mario, and then I'm going to say Felix the Cat. It's just one of my favorite games. But yeah, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Was so epic. There's a lot of good games on that. Mario Son Rant says he mentioned earlier that Mario was number 1. So yeah, not sure. Yeah, number 2, I'll give it to Felix the Cat. I'll give that to that. I'll leave that one. On the app, wow, that's the inside. I'm thinking 5K Todd. If it keeps up, very tempting. Wow. Oh wow, Todd went down to 5,700. Yeah, these prices are insane. Good time to buy if you like NFTs. Good time to buy if you love them. They are very good. Oh, we got somebody saying, would it be about what would they be paying in? Because I can't do, for whatever reason, USDT is not my thing there. Oh, Orange Bag Lady says, this was too much fun. Been waiting to have an intro like this for a while. Let me go and... The pictures tell the story. This is me interview. Oh, she's dancing. I start each day, I take a drag of last night's cigarette, smoldering in its tray. Down a little something and then be on my way. Everyone, please welcome Orange Bag Lady. This is either real Randy Chavez. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. And everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello to Dashi. She hugged everyone. She said hello to Dashi. Ah, look at her dancing. That's so amazing. She used to dance. That was so much fun. This was so much fun. Oh god, I put lunch. So much fun. See ya on Thursday, pal. I'm not your buddy, pal. I'm not your pal, friend. I'm not your friend, buddy. I'm not your buddy, guy. Ah, I love South Park is so good. Moving on, yeah. Yeah, Duck Hunt was great, but it just wasn't one of my favorites, you know? Like, it was, like, I respect it for what it was, but it just wasn't one of my favorites. Also, if everyone can go and smash that like button, I'm at 69 likes. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69. And yeah, let's get this right. Frank Mung says, okay, question by the Mikey and friend Mikey. Oh, by the Mickey and Friends or Uncommon Spider-Man. All right, let's take a look. Mickey and Friends or Uncommon Spider-Man. Oh. Let's take a look-see here. Let's go to the Veve app. Let's go to... let's go to Mickey and Friends first. The Mickey is at 310 gems. Okay. 310 gems. And there is currently... And this is the only Mickey Mouse. There's a Steamboat Willie and there's a partner statue. This is the only one that's called Mickey Mouse. 13,928, so there's a lot of them. But would you say the Uncommon Spider-Man? Okay. Uncommon Spider-Man, the one that's hanging down. Give me that peace sign. 434. But there's 16,000 of that. Honestly, right now I would get the Mickey one. But who knows how many other ones are going to get that. Karis is nice. Right now I would say Mickey, but Spider-Man is like one of the best on the app. He's so good. All right, let's see what some of the ultra rares are for Spider-Man. Let's see what they're going at for. Oh my god, 53 hundo. So low. Spider-Man, Ultimate Animated. Wow, he's at $46,000. Nuts. I mean, he was at like 40 before, but let's see what Ben Riley's at. Ben Riley, now remember, Ben Riley Ultra Rare was at $18,000 at one point, and he's at $6,000. He lost 66% of his value. Ben Riley is at $315 for the uncommon. The Zombie Hunter Spider-Man, the Ultra Rare, was at $1,800 at one point. It's down to $545. The Zombie Hunter Common is at $136. What's the Loki at? Loki went up the other day. Went from like 1400 to 1800, and I was like, the fudge. I want to get him. Oh wow, he's back down again to 1380. 1380, very good. Let's see if there's any sub 100s here. Yeah, there's number 62 at 4900. Obviously, it's not worth it. But yeah, 1300. Not bad. The ultra rare animated Loki is at 158. Oh, Omi Homie Mike Jack. Omi Homie Mike Jack selling it. If I get some gems, I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one from you. And we got a 3-digit one from Traps Wellington at 791. Not bad. No, 791 for 163. The next one is 410 at 199. Let's see some of the sub 100s. Nothing's worth it. Like a sub 100 for the ultra rare, based on that, should be less than $1,000. But it is currently not. The cheapest one is $1,400. So you don't want none of that smoke. Let's take a look at the common. The common, wow, is at 38. So this is selling at under retail, and you get one at 6. You get number 85 at 600. Like I said, I don't know if that's worth it. Buying gems with USD. So unfortunately, unfortunately, I don't have USDT on Coinbase. On Coinbase, so like, for whatever, I don't know where else can you get USDT, because it won't let me get it on Coinbase. Like, it only has USDC. I'll give you guys a show. Good show, old boy. Where am I at here? Where am I at? If I go to, like, if I want to trade, if I want to buy something, and I type in USD, it only goes to USDC and not USDT. That was a little confusing. Milestone Rant says, sorry, Mickey folks, gotta go Spidey on that, her first appearance. That's a good point. Spidey is that first appearance. But I mean, so, although Mickey's first edition, you're right. Lucky Clover's Duck Hunt, yes. Ripple Rick says, what's up? What's going on, Ripple Rick? Milestone Rant says, howdy. Do you need to have them? You technically just need to receive them and send it back, right? So it's just, it won't let me generate a code to receive it. Okay. Well, guys, that's it for me. Out of bounds. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments good for the YouTube algorithm. Major Gain says, I use Kraken for USDT. Fairly simple to navigate. I don't really need another exchange, but I'm going to bounce. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow. Frank Mong says, I got Daisy on the drop. Don't have a Spider-Man. Daisy's cool. All right, goodbye. Meow, meow. Oh, my body. Oh, God, it burns.